guys, today's new project is following up with those rooftop units. Got to do, and the one that we changed out, that big monster nightmare unit that came off, we have Focus Pro 8000 that's going in for it with 4 wireless indoor sensors to average the space. There's a couple of different offices all working off of one old community stat, which is going. So that's what we're going to start with today. Get that heat fired up, and then we actually have wireless thermostats going in through that door for the new space that you guys saw a little bit of the first video. So it's the other 2 rooftop units. So we'll get that started, and I will see you in a minute. Alright guys, we're at the point now where we're adding these wireless indoor sensors to this Focus Pro 8000, and basically that's what the sensor looks like. It has a little connect button on the back, which we'll press connect and it starts blinking, and now it's adding the sensor. So this one, we've already done a few of them, so we'll want to name it. We're just going to go to sensor number 4, nice and generic. But we'll have a list of which one's which. And now we're done. Do you want to connect more? Nope. And we're good to go. So we can go back and go home. Right now the system's off. 65 degrees in here. That's what it's reading. So, alright, we'll set these up and get back in. So we're back here at the stat. Right now, we don't have anything wired to the sensor, so we can hit next. We want to use the temperature, so it's controlling from the hallway out here. So we'll hit next. And it's got sensor number 1, yes. Sensor number 2, yes. All for averaging. 34. So we're all in the media, number of filters. We're just going to put 1 because there's actually 4. It's either 1 or 2. So filter reminder, we don't need it because we come 2 times a year anyway. Humidifier pad, we don't have. Dehumidification equipment, we don't have. Ventilation equipment they're putting in, but there's none here yet. UV devices, there's none in there. So we're good to go. Guys, we're up here on the roof with the change-out unit, curb adapter. Plumber plumbed everything. Not happy with the way he did it. However, it's done. I can fire it up. They have heat. So right now heat's running. Everything's good. Everything's connected. I did have to change the 2 wires in here because the phase was off and the blower motor was running backwards. So for all of you who don't deal with 3-phase that much, which I know a lot of you guys do, but if the phase is backwards, if the phase is off, the motors can run backwards. So you just simply flip any 2 of the incoming leads and all is good. So, alright, I'm going to break my stuff down and move over to the other units and see if I can do the wireless thermostats. Alright, I'll see you guys over there. Just as a little side note, when I install new rooftop units, if possible, a lot of our stuff is down discharge, so when I can and I start the heat up, I generally tend to take off the side discharge panel and cover the down discharge duct, just so any of the smoke, any of the smell and whatnot from the brand new heat exchanger does not go down into the space. It all goes out onto the roof. So I mean, they don't smoke too much anymore, but they do tend to set off fire alarms and you know, stink the place out pretty good. So that's just a little thing that I like to do. I don't know about you guys, but it works for me. Alright, it looks like I am not going to hook up those 2 units over there because there is no power The electrician is filing for a service change, break up the meters and do everything else. So right now, these are my leads to the building. So he's breaking everything up. This is the old mast, which, I mean, that is some scary looking fucking wire. And sorry for cursing. But this building has a 3-phase delta setup, so it does have a high leg on one of the legs. They're looking to go to a 3-phase Y, so that'll be all 120 volts on all 3 legs. So they actually have to take off of that leaning pole, take off of one of those transformers and actually extend over to the other to make that changeover. So they are going to look to do that. So I'm up a creek right now, because I'm not going to go mounting anything while somebody else still has to play in the panel, because I don't want them breaking any of my crap. So the wireless one will have to wait, but maybe we'll go down and we'll take a look at the wireless indoor sensors and play around with that. Alright, so we're back down here at the stand. Right now everything's sitting kind of idle. Let's sort of read humidity, temperature, set point, you know, standard. What we do, if we go into the menu, you can edit the schedule, view the schedule. You guys can read. You can set security, so this way somebody can't play with anything. Your dealer information and installer options. Under that, there's a password, which this one is set for this. It's the date code that's on the back of the thermostat if you ever forget them. But at that point you can get to the installer setup. You can get to tests and data. Wireless manager, so if you have to add anything, any other sensors or anything else. A little remote. They have the little remote controls. So basically in the installer setup, right now I have it set for commercial. So it will go occupied and unoccupied and follow all that commercial stuff. You can go to residential. Right now it's set for the hallway being this one. It is programmable. And temperature. There is no outdoor air sensor, which I may actually get a wireless one of those too and stick it up on the roof. Conventional forced hot air. It's only single stage heat, single stage cooling, 2-stage heat. The equipment controls the fan. Automatic changeover, 3-degree dead bands, cooling cycles per hour, you know, all the standard stuff. 2 periods per day, because I don't care about away, wake, sleep, all that fun stuff. So they have an override for the temperature, minimum set points, maximum set points. Alright, so back to this. It's you can lock the keypad, partially lock it, fully lock it. Right now it's unlocked because I don't care. The sharing the space, and everybody seems to be pretty amenable. If it's an issue, I'll lock it. Wired sensors. If we had a wired sensor, which we do not. So we want to use this. We can use this as one of the sensors, so there's actually 5 sensors. So it will use the hallway space as an average. And you can change these to, if any of the sensors go bad, you can just knock them out of the system. And all 4 of them, and then back to this again. So that's pretty much it. I mean, it's a nice little setup. I like it. Really easy to do. And you're back. I mean, everything else is, you know, fan, auto, on, follow the schedule, so it will actually turn the fan on when the system goes occupied and off when it goes unoccupied. Heat, cool, auto, off, and then back to the menu. You know, you can set a holiday schedule, view the schedule, put it in holiday mode, the equipment status. Right now, system's off. Everything's off, fan's idle. So, neat little setup, and for the money, it's nice. Honeywell did a nice job.